or what steps do you as Republicans support to try to lower inequality?
It's an insightful and important question. There's basically two ways to go at it that we've been struggling with in this country for this in the last century with respect to inequality. Do we believe that the economic pie is fixed and therefore it's the government's role to redistribute the slices more equitably? I would argue that that's sort of the prevailing doctrine that's occurred in the last couple of years. Or do we want to grow the pie so that everybody can increase in their opportunity? That's really a different idea. So what is the aspiration we want to have as a country, and then let's go do that. Do we want to have this kind of an opportunity society where everybody, people who've never seen it before, from corners of the country that have never had it before, really have a shot at making the most of their lives? That's what our policy ought to be designed to do, not taking from some to give to another, but giving people the opportunity to make something of themselves. Because if you keep raising the barrier or putting new hurdles or bars by taking from some, then you won't be able to have investment. You won't be able to have risk-taking. We want to put a premium on hard work and success. We want people to earn success in this country and enjoy the fruits of their labor and the rewards. We want more people to get it. So that's the kind of society we ought to be striving for. You know, in Milwaukee, we have the lowest African-American graduation rates of anywhere in the country. It's a crime against society. Why should we not be giving these poor families who are trapped in these failing schools a voucher to go to a good school so their kids can get a good education? I mean, there's things like this that have been bothering people like me for a long time that we want to do to give people who've never seen opportunity before the chance at opportunity so they can make the most of their lives. This is not a rob Peter to pay Paul kind of a society. This ought to be an opportunity society where we do everything we can, and government has a really important role to play in this, to democratize capitalism, to decentralize the concentration of wealth in America so everybody is an owner. You know, I've been pushing these Social Security reforms for years so that every person who is a worker in society is also an owner in society, so that every person owns a piece of our free enterprise system so they have a stake in the outcome of our society and our economy. These are things we can achieve in this country, which means that everybody can tap and reach their potential. But if we think that that idea of America is over, and that it is the job of government now to decide who gets what, where, when, and how, when it comes to health care or income or retirement, then we are simply managing our decline. We are turning ourselves into what you're seeing going on in Europe, a cradle-to-grave welfare society that cannot sustain itself, where we manage our decline. That is not the kind of path we want. So let's find those pockets of America, and there are lots of them, where people don't get those opportunities, where they can't pull themselves up by the bootstraps, and they can't get that kind of education they need to get ahead, and let's address those problems.